I never would have dreamed in a million years so many motherfuckers would feel like me, share the same views and the same exact beliefs. It's like a fucking army marching in back of me. This is Mark Bell from SuperTraining.tv, Super Training Gym, the strongest gym in the West. I have a few announcements today, and I have a question to answer for the Power Project. Which would you like me to do first? Big announcements, that's what I thought. So I will carry through with some big announcements, but I do have a question to answer from Sam off the Facebooks. So let's get to the big announcement. Big announcement number uno is that myself, my chubby little self, and Jesse Burdick, thanks in large part to the Power Project Army, all the supporters of Power Magazine, all the supporters of the Slingshot, all the supporters of Super Training Gym in Sacramento, which has led us to this very moment in time and this very point in our lives, to where Burdick and myself and those fans of PowerWOD.com as well has led us down this path to where Jesse Burdick and myself are now officially sponsored by Reebok. Booyah! Helping them design a shoe, but I can't talk about it, right? Got it? Good. Okay, let's see. I got some other shit to say. What else was I going to say? Anything else good? Oh, yeah. March Madness meet. March 24th. Sunday, March 24th. Let's see. Who's going to be there? This is just another rinky-dink, average backyard contest, whatever you want to call it. It'll be cheap. People will be squatting high, and all the lifts will be, will be shitty. And you can hate on them when you watch them on the YouTubes. It will be live streamed, by the way. I know I've been getting a lot of people asking me that question. Actually, just to answer a quick question, I get a question about these guys all the time. People are like, why the hell are you wearing those headphones? They make your head look twice as big as it normally is, which may or may not be true. But I wear these so I can blast some tunes into my dome to get hyped up for the Power Project. So this average little meet that we have going on here, March 24th, at Super Training Gym, we have a guy who's going to attempt the world record, the biggest, largest, mostest bench press of all time. Scott Mendelson is coming. That's right, Scott Mendelson. Eric Spoto will not make it to this contest, although he will come to the May meet, I believe. Scott Mendelson is coming. He feels strong. He hit a 660 in the gym. He hit a 699 off of one board, or a 690 or something like that. He said he feels great, feels big, feels strong, feels ready to chew the tires off a bus, and feels ready to break his own record, to break his previous record of 715 pounds. He's now going to try to attempt 716 pounds. And when he does that, he will receive $5,500 from HowMuchYouBench.net, the Slingshot, and the only freaking strength magazine in the world, thepowermagazine.com. Let's see. Also, who else is showing up to this little rinky-dink event? Oh, I will be lifting, your chubby little self. My chubby little self, the people's coach. I'll be there lifting. Let's see. We got a guy by the name of Rhino. I don't know if you guys ever heard of him. Stan, the Rhino Efferding. One of the strongest mofos. One of the baddest of badasses of all time. Stan, the Rhino Efferding, to fill you guys in, those of you who don't know, was a professional bodybuilder. I think he has since has stopped bodybuilding for now anyway. He's powerlifting. He's big, he's huge, and he's ready to do a 2,300 pound raw total. I have no doubt at all in my mind that he will achieve that mark March 24th at Super Training Gym. He's also going to attempt the 900 pound squat. He's probably going to bench around 6 and pull 8-ish, somewhere in that range. But also to try a 900 pound plus squat, somebody who's already squatted 905 in competition, Chad Wesley Smith. Never trust a dude with 3 names. Let that be a lesson to you out there. Okay? And then let's see. That's Juggernaut, in case some of you are confused. Chad Wesley Smith is Juggernaut. And there's another guy lifting. What's that guy's name? He's a hillbilly. He's fat. He looks like Hillbilly Jim. He's got a beard. He invented some square method. Brandon Lilly. Brandon Lilly is going to be coming, and he will squat in the mid-8s, I'm sure. He'll probably bench press close to 600 pounds, and he will probably deadlift 820 to 840, somewhere in that range. Maybe more. Maybe I'm underestimating the guy. But the guy's a savage. That's what the point is. Recently just did a contest, did 26:12 in gear, and has also accomplished a 2,100 pound total and a 2,200 plus pound total raw. These guys are absolutely amazing. There's some other lifters that'll be there, of course. For my chubby little self, I'll be benching raw. And then my third attempt, I believe, I'm going to throw my shirt on to try to knock one of our guys off the board. But we'll see. We'll see how I feel, see how things are going the day of the meet. And then I'm going to totally cheat and wear as much stuff as I can for the deadlift and try to deadlift a all-time PR at a lighter body weight. I only weigh 245 pounds this morning, actually. I'll be weighing in about 242 to 240, somewhere in that range, and then just trying to beef up and bulk up and get fat and get disgusting, eat a lot of salt, drink a lot of water, that kind of stuff, and get huge. Now, for the question. The question's from Sam off of Facebook. His question is, he wants to know about my diet. He read about my diet in Power Magazine, thepowermagazine.com. Go sign up for the digital issue, and you'll be able to read that pretty much right away. Within 24 hours, you'll be able to read the article that he's speaking of. It's in the edition with Eric Lillibridge on the front. Anywho's, he's interested. I lost, let's see, how much, 90 pounds or so, since from my absolute most fattest, most disgustingest body weight. And he wants to know kind of like, not just how I did it, because he did read the article, and he said, the article was very informative. But he has a question like, what the hell am I eating, actually? What do I eat on a daily basis? He says, what do you eat within an 8-day week, which is awesome because I don't really know about 8 days in a week. I think there's 7. I'm not good with numbers, though. Anyway, what I normally eat in a day, the list of foods is very simple. Simplify it. Simplify it, simplify it, simplify it. You ready for your diet? I remember the first time my brother tried low carbs. He talked to a guy named Ron Fedko, not sure how you say it. Ron Fedko is one of the most brilliant powerlifters of all time. The guy's a genius, like literally, he's a genius. Freaking Mr. Smarty Pants. Even smarter, I'll say it, even smarter than Mr. Robot Pants. Guy's got a PhD in mathematics and does all kinds of weird shit with movies and special effects and all done through math. The guy's a genius, but the guy was also a savage when it came to powerlifting. Deadlifted in the mid-7s at 198 and 220, squatted high 7s, maybe 800-ish, and benched like 584 raw. He didn't like wearing bench shirts. Something crazy, like some crazy numbers like that. Somewhere close to that anyway. Give or take some poundage. Either way, the dude was a freak, and his instruction to my brother was, he said, show up tomorrow and we'll talk about your diet. Come in a half hour early. We'll talk about your diet. So my brother sat down. My brother had a piece of paper. He's all ready. You guys know my brother. Bigger, stronger, faster. He's short. He's a nerd. So he's sitting there with his number 2 pencil all ready to rock and roll. And the guy says, okay, here's your diet. Meat and water. That's it. So that's your diet. When you're not eating any carbohydrates, that's pretty much it. You want to be gay and you want to throw in some vegetables? I said it. I know you people get upset when I swear, when I say stuff like that. But sometimes it's necessary. You want to be foo-foo about it and you want to throw in some veggies, go right ahead. As long as they're green, go for it. Who cares? They're not important. I don't care if you eat them or not. It doesn't really matter a whole lot. All it's going to make you do is poop a little bit better maybe. But if you're taking multivitamins and other supplements and stuff like that, I don't really think they're that crucial. If you really like vegetables, they can help basically take up some space in your stomach so you're not eating other junk. They can kind of help satisfy you, help you get through a day as you start to eat less and less, which you will eventually have to do at some point. So anyway, to answer your question, you're pretty much on a diet based in meat. You got steak, you got chicken. You have pork. Don't forget about pork. Don't sleep on pork. That sounded really gross, didn't it? But pork tenderloin is delicious. Those are amazing. You got things like turkey. You can roast a chicken, like an entire chicken. Throw that son bitch in your oven, and that stuff will be fantastic. Throw some herbs and some stuff on there, and it'll be awesomeness. You got, A lot of steaks that I eat are usually tri-tip. Out here in California, we have tri-tip, but they don't even have it on the East Coast. Hasn't been invented in their cows yet, apparently. I don't really know what the deal is over there. But tri-tip's a little harder to find on the East Coast. But that's usually what I eat. I don't really worry about fat content because I need the fat for the energy. Bacon is fair game. Sausage is fair game. Salami is fair game. Cheese, somewhat. I don't recommend eating a lot of cheese, but cheese is somewhat okay. You want to talk about a meal? In the mornings, a lot of times I'll have an omelet. A lot of times in the afternoon, I'll eat some sort of meat-based thing. And then at night, again, some sort of meat-based thing. I like Thai food. I love sushi. So a lot of times I'll start to eat that stuff. Got it? Okay, good. One other thing that I do currently is I eat a little bit more carbs now. So I'll have a little bit of carbohydrates with nearly every meal. Although I'm getting ready for this contest and I'm dropping weight. So I cut them back out. There's your tips for the day. You can't go wrong when you're trying to be strong. Strength is never a weakness. And that is it from supertraining.tv.